Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
I am Izzi, your lore master. We are down a Cuba today.
Oh.
Who will be listening in.
Do you need a thing to...
And continuing with our story, Eleothis, Land of the Woven Suns. And with me today, I have... We'll start here.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Malachi Morningstar. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 6.
A 6 plus 2.
I really thought you were going to say a high number for some reason.
For a whole 8.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm Adam. I play Eldon Strockhaven. He is a human ranger Drake Warden, and I rolled an 11.
11 plus 5. 16. Alrighty. Let's pop over there.
Hi, my name's Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi, Circle of Stars Druid, and I rolled a 10.
A 10 plus
total of 12.
Okay.
2. Okay.
Nice.
So plus 2, right?
Double digits.
All right, and last but not least.
Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra Evermoon, a Circle of the Moon Druid, and I rolled a incredible 1.
Okay.
No.
Plus 2 or 3?
Good question. I think it's just 2.
We'll
two.
get you there on a
It's just
3
2. I don't
here.
get much
So, and then I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Ayla,
just
who
getting
rolled
them
the
out of
same
the
thing
way.
that I rolled,
Getting
except
them
she's
out
got
of
a
the
plus
way. I
3.
hope
So
so.
we got a rollies of a 16 between Ayla and Eldon. I shall roll
She's
for
got a
the
5
tiefling. No, she rolled a 13 plus 3. 17.
13.
And so we continue with our story. You can follow us for free on Patreon and YouTube. We got another patron recently, so we're up to 87, mostly free patrons, which we very much appreciate. So hooray. You can use that to support our channel. For merch, you can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch and get some Live by the Die, Die by the Dies, and more Live by the Die, Die by the Dies, and our logo, and hats, and sweatshirts, and
Pins,
stickers, and pins, and all kinds of fun stuff.
All things that are good.
And if you find yourself in the South Coast New England area and you end up joining us here at the table on a Thursday, you also get a pin. I just give everybody the pins. You become part of the guild. For our music, thank you so much. Monument Studios Fantasy Plus, Michael Gelfi Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, Kevin McLeod via Incompetech. All of them are supplying our ambiance and our background music, and links can be found in the show notes. Cons and events. Captain Con will be the last weekend of January, rolling into the first weekend of February. I will be running Daggerheart, Threads of Camgin Woods, and probably Beast Feast. I've only signed up for one so far, but if you would like to play, come join. And then giveaways. We did run a giveaway with legendarywares.com for this past week. This is not going to come out until next week. They do dice bags. I've got mine right here. And we gave away a couple of gift cards and Dice Dragons Guild dice. So stay tuned for more, because we gave away 2, and I have not pulled them yet as of the moment that I'm saying this, but by the time this goes out, I will have. And so follow us on Instagram, Blue Sky, maybe TikTok? Question mark. And we'll do some more giveaways as we go. Before we get started, check out the scribequill.com recap with character art by Mibble Art on Instagram and backgrounds from Beneos Battle Maps on Patreon. And don't forget to
Like, share, subscribe.
Last session began with Malachi lost in a haunting vision of his past, reliving the moment he killed a woman named Isabel and was comforted by another, Mallory, before dreaming of a thousand-eyed figure sent by the Raven Queen. Shaken from this memory, the party continued their solemn journey north into Devenia, guided by a flock of ravens. The weight of recent betrayals hung heavy over them. Ayla fiddled with Takeo's trinkets, Iolite checked her sending stone, and Malachi brooded over the raven's purpose. During this time, Eldon had a serious talk with Theratrix, who, having narrowly escaped death, swore he would never again hold back his power to protect himself or those he cared for. Their trek was disrupted by the clang of metal and desperate shouts. Arriving at the edge of a cleared field, they saw a horrifying 12-foot-tall humanoid covered in blackened, oozing pustules, hammering against a shimmering force field protecting a small cabin. The party charged into the fray without a second thought. Eldon and Theratrix swooped in, blasting the creature with a combined stream of fire. Malachi, seeing an opportunity, banished the monster, buying them a minute of respite. In that brief window, they learned from the two people inside the cabin, Clem and Fiola, that the giant was their friend Zukundi, who had been overcome by the magical rot. When Zukundi reappeared, the Woven Fates unleashed a devastating coordinated attack. Iolite's guiding bolt illuminated the foe. Kethra morphed into an earth elemental to deliver crushing slams, and Eldon conjured a storm of spectral arrows. The battle was brutal. Zukundi fought back, wounding Kethra in her earth elemental form and tearing a pustule from its own body, which exploded and infected Eldon, Malachi, and Theratrix. Just as the fight seemed to be a grim slog, Ayla cast Otto's irresistible dance, forcing the monstrosity into a comical but horrifying jig. With the creature incapacitated and clearly in agony, pleading for an end, Eldon took merciful action. He unleashed two powerful arrow shots that struck true, felling the giant and putting it out of its misery. The immediate threat was over, and the party discovered the rot had taken root on the skin of their 3 afflicted members. The homeowners, revealing themselves to be retired vampire hunters, cautiously welcomed the party. Inside their cozy home, Clem and Fiola shared invaluable intelligence about the secret vampire houses of Devenia, including the general location of an ancient vampire named Laurus. Malachi, trusting them, shared his divine vision from the Raven Queen, that the legendary vampire hunter Dagon was meant to be reborn through his mother. As the Woven Fates accepted shelter for the night, the weight of this new knowledge and the creeping dread of the rot infection settled upon them, promising difficult days ahead.
You aren't sure when the vision began, only that you're walking. There's no ground beneath your feet, but you move forward all the same, your steps echoing through nothing. You walk amidst fog that smells of wet stone and crushed lilies. The sky above you is a vast sheet of black glass, cracked and veined with lines of golden light that pulse faintly. And then they are standing in front of you. Yuri. Not appearing, unfolding, like time itself blinked, and they stepped through the crease. Their eyes gleam in that ageless way that they have, both kind and uncomfortably aware. They smile, and their presence feels like a comfort in the ever-shifting quiet. You feel yourself speak. I'm dreaming, you say. They shake their head. I'm showing you something. Then they add, but only what's already written, not what must be. They gesture with a tilt of their head, and suddenly the fog clears. You're standing above Squall's End, but it isn't your home. The buildings are still there, those narrow structures with their 2 steep roofs and crooked chimneys. The fields are neatly tilled, the wells draw water. The villagers move through their daily rituals, hanging linens, tending goats, passing bread from hand to hand. But none of them speak. None of them look up. Their faces are still, their eyes glassy and unfocused. Drones. But you'd always thought that, hadn't you? You descend slowly until your feet find purchase at the edge of the village. The familiar dirt paths are now lined with blackened roots that pulse faintly beneath the surface, like veins buried under flesh. Something deep lives beneath this place now. And at its center, looming where the community fire once stood, is a mountain of rotted sinew and corrupted growth. It breathes. You feel it breathe. Moander. You know it is Moander. It has to be. All of the rot leads to that single conclusion. A vast, bloated hill of flesh and ruin slouched as a sleeping god over the heart of Squall's End. Its skin is blistered bark and fungal rot. Great limbs, half-formed and covered in bark-like lesions, extend lazily in several directions. One twitches when you look too long. In the center of its massive body is a gaping, wet mouth rimmed with broken teeth. It does not speak. It hungers. And before it, head bowed, arms lifted in benediction, is Felicia. Her eyes are radiant with fevered joy, and black cords of rock connect her spine to the creature behind her. The mouth of Moander. You watch as villagers approach the hill. Some kneel, others are led. A few are dragged. Their mouths move soundlessly. Their bodies are fed to the great maw, and you cannot tell if they go willingly or not. But then, you feel something beneath it all. A resonance, a pulse, a rhythm too familiar. There, flickering just beneath the mound's grotesque surface, like a firefly trapped in sap, you sense something buried. Something not new, but old. It moves out of sync with the rest of Moander's body. A heartbeat caught in the wrong chest. A memory in flesh. A man's voice, preacher's cadence. Warmth twisted into doctrine. You hear it. My child, you are the bloom, the thornless rose. And suddenly you understand. It's not just a god that squats here in the ruins of your past. He's still there. Rakis. Not gone, not entirely. Moander has devoured many, but Rakis Feli lingers still, his voice, his essence tangled and anchored in the creature's core. And it's through him that this thing holds together. You feel Yuri step beside you again. They don't look at the ruin, they look only at you. Even when something grows monstrous, there are places that don't forget what they once were. They turn their head slightly and add, the rot began with him, the man. Moander only grew where the soil was already poisoned. If you want to stop it, you go to the source, no matter how deep it's buried. And just like that, it begins to fall apart. The sky fractures above you, gold veins bursting into light. Moander's form begins to ripple, flicker, fade, until only the whisper remains. You are the bloom. Then, you wake. The wagon jostles gently beneath you. Morning hasn't broken. Nyx stirs in your lap, warm and real. And in the distance, the road still winds north. You are on the road after having left the house of Fiola and Clem. Prior to your departure, they handed you or gifted you a potion of sunburst. Just one. It's hard to make these potions, but they gave this to you letting you know if you throw it in a particular direction and it smashes in an area from that point, a flash of pure sunlight will expand about 60 feet in a kind of dome. It's quick. It doesn't linger, but it can be the difference between life and death when dealing with undead or vampires.
Well, would we decide to give that potion to Kai?
That was
I
my
feel like
thought.
Before you left their homestead, you did approach the body of Zukundi, the troll that had been consumed by rot the night before, or weeks past, and finally overcome by it. Much like the body that you found in the woods on your way up, it was very rotted, as if he had been there for weeks. You could barely tell that there was a humanoid in that space. And as you all kind of gathered around it, you really came to understand that you couldn't move it. There's no moving this to even give him a burial or get it out of the way. It's just too dangerous at this point. Maybe in time, but for now, no. But as Eldon and Kai, you approached, you both couldn't help but kind of give each other a look as wherever you had been struck by the rot the night before, where a little bit of it burrowed into your arm, or
Do we know that we did that? Each other?
I think you looked at each other the night before.
We were also kind of in the same area.
Okay.
You feel a tingling. It's very faint. It's almost like it's a tingling, but it's also a feeling of something crawling under your skin. Not up not your entire body, just in the vicinity of the space. When you look down, stealing like a glance at where you had been struck, it hasn't spread noticeably, which, for good or ill, gives you a little bit of peace that it is not a fast moving at this moment calamity that you have buried inside of you. How is everyone feeling on their journey to this unnamed town that was marked for you on the map? Ayla is able to show where she had copied in her notebook a map that's very, very clear, although possibly outdated.
You mentioned wagon before. Somebody being jostled in a wagon. Do we have a wagon? And
You still have your horse and wagon.
Oh yeah, I forgot all fucking about that.
Yeah.
Marigold or whoever that was.
Yeah.
I think Eldon's gonna be up top, like, you know, driving the horses.
Okay.
He'll just be very, very quiet. Not really engaging in any conversation with anybody. If somebody tries to talk to him, he'll just kind of like, not ignore them in a rude way, but just not really engage.
Okay. Is Kai also like hiding? You both hide in your zombie bite? Yeah. Okay.
Good to know that you guys would be the ones to hide your zombie bite.
Why don't you all roll a perception check?
Clear out my damn dice tray. Shit.
You find it interesting, Kethra, Kai, being on your way back north. For Kethra, this is an area, well, both of you actually. You've never been down here. You know that this is Devenia because you've been told it's Devenia, and allegedly this is how far the territory goes, but this is not an area that you would have traversed. These are the untouchables, the unknowable people which Kethra would have been part of that group for Kai way back in the day.
Damn peasants.
The
I was
peasants.
gonna say, like, no.
What'd we get?
16.
23.
21.
22.
Okay. The first couple of days of this travel, so when you looked at the map, you had been told that you had about 5 days before you get to this kind of no-name village. And the first couple of days, you are still heading northwards. There is a very, very rudimentary road that has been cut out of the forests and the hills and trees, the grasses. It is dirt paths all the way. No soldier patrols this far down. You're really on the cusp of the meadows, and unlike in Aporia, there is no natural cutoff of like a mountain range that separates the entirety of it. So you just kind of see fewer and fewer people until you get closer to the capital, where it's easier to trade, and then, you know, more villages and stuff. You pass by singular homes, folks who you can tell that there's like a little hamlet of five homes or a larger family. But traveling during the day, you don't see anything that comes your way, especially with Theratrix kind of leaping from tree to tree, not coasting too high up. You learned your lesson a bit in the meadows of not attracting too much attention from flying creatures. Or maybe he did, being that small compared to a rock. Pyrothorin would have had no issues, but Theratrix is very small.
We would also have gotten a hell of a lot more attention.
Yes. Yes.
Pyrothorin.
In Devenia, Kai, more specifically, and to a lesser degree, Kethra, you know the protocol for asking to enter people's homes and giving entry and how you're supposed to act within people's homes. So you are able to stop here and there. And folks are willing to like break bread, but not necessarily invite you into their home proper. It's more like you can stay in the stables and we'll be okay with that. Keeping Theratrix out of view. There is, on the third day, a home that you come across, or the third evening. Same as any of the others, a lot of the homes in this area also have fences, like mini walls. Walls that have spikes sticking out of them, like rudimentary, again, things that they've built themselves, but they're not just wide open. Anybody walks in, you have to like go through a gate. Maybe there's somebody guarding it, sort of, with a pitchfork. And so this one particular home that you come across, you know immediately something doesn't seem right because the door is wide open. There are a couple of goats wandering in the farm background, but you do see a field where there should be horses and there are none, or maybe cows. And as you approach this home, the gate is open, the door is wide open. When you kind of look into the house, you can see food that is like rotted on plates. And you get that tingling, specifically, Eldon, Kai. Looking around, you do see like evidence of the little like, kind of like plops of rotted black ichor that's just sitting. And the fact that there's no one around here gives you pause. But this home in particular is open, should you choose to stay.
Well, it's a roof.
Better than sleeping outside.
covered in goo.
If we venture a little closer, can we see if like the inside is filled with that stuff?
Yeah, you kind of go up to the door, look inside, even maybe wandering around inside. If the smell wasn't something you were used to, and if you didn't know what to look for, like an average person coming in would probably be like, oh, sweet. Free stuff. But you can tell that like there's a family here. Unclear exactly how old everybody was, at least 2-3 people. And it's not rampant, it's not all over the walls, but there's just evidence of it being, it's like a mixture of the natural rotted smell flies in here. They tend to gravitate more towards the food that had been rotted on the table, because the moment they land on any of the black rot, they just get sucked into it, and anything that touches it is just absorbed. So it's not as if there was like a battle or even a struggle. It's very strange. It's like it was a calm incident.
I was just gonna like take the edges of the tablecloth and just like make a bundle, everything, and just out the back.
Outside. It is a long night. I'm gonna have you roll somebody roll. Who would this be? Ayla. We're gonna skip. Eldon, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20?
An 11.
Okay.
Just about almost down the middle.
The night is quiet, except for the very light patter of rain that evening. As a just normal rainstorm begins for the following day. Theratrix stays outside, actually. In the stable area where you know that there should be horses, but there are none. Goats are weird. They like kind of do whatever they want. So like as you wander around that morning, the next morning, and kind of take in everything, you get the impression that like whatever there was here was like led away. But goats just kind of do whatever they want to do. Possibly a couple, 3, 4, 5 cows, and it was led north.
That night, Eldon would have gone back outside with Theratrix in the stable.
Make a
Kethra most likely would have go find a tree to sleep in. She's like, I'm not sleeping in that smelly ass shit.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
That's why I took out all the...
She's like, I'm not
rotted
sleeping
food.
anywhere near that fucking goo either. I'm going to go find the nearest tree. Thank you.
It does remind me of, is it Creepshow? Do you remember Creepshow?
Yeah.
That floating black goo on the thing, and then at the end it like, he's like, I fucking beat you, and then it overtakes him.
Anything anybody else is doing that evening? You're going to stay outside?
Mm-hmm. She's going to hoist her ass up into a tree. Or a nix.
Did you wild shape into a raccoon?
As a kid, you spent a lot of time sleeping in trees. You get up high enough, they can't fucking find you. That's what she used to do as a kid. They go up high enough, they can't find you. Walk right past you.
It's eerily quiet in this space. That's something that you notice that night as you're allowing yourself to go to sleep up in this tree.
Eldon would also loot the place for anything, because
Okay.
Cuba's not here to do it. I know Cuba would say, I immediately start looting the place, but...
Looking for alcohol.
Yeah. In this case, Eldon will just kind of rifle through for anything that's useful.
Okay.
Normally I wouldn't, but somebody has to, and Cuba's not here to do
Someone
it.
has to.
We have to honor his presence.
Yeah.
He's like feels it right now. He's like, oh, someone's looting.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a D100 if you're looking for alcohol? It is a farm.
D10 and a 3, right?
2D10, yeah.
47.
47.
47.
Go
All
find
the way
this
down
skunked
at
ass
bottom.
beer somewhere is what you're going to find.
Okay. You do find, roll a D6.
3.
You find 3 bottles of fruit crush It's a cheap cider that's made from apples and pears.
Boone's Farm.
Strawberry Ripple.
So you have 3 of those.
Okay. Did he find anything else? Because he wasn't just only looking for booze. He was looking for anything useful. That was.
Well, I mean, there would be definitely like farming gear. If you, how about roll an investigation and we'll see if there's any other mundane things in this farm.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna find a million.
I have a 304.
Another 11.
Another 11. Okay. You do find the hilt of a sword kind of tucked away wrapped in like pillowcases underneath what appears to be like the master bed. And you like lift it up and the hilt of this sword feels way heavier than it should. Kethra, you spend, before you go out that evening, you spend a little bit of time kind of looking over this hilt, and then you notice that very kind of crudely etched into it are a couple of runes. And from your studies you did some reading about cultural, different cultures. While you were in the library, you grabbed some books, and these 2 runes stand out to you. And you identify this like it's a command word. And when you say it out loud, this sword extends and becomes a full short sword.
Oh, so it's just a hilt.
It's just the hilt,
I have
but when
a
you say it, it goes
lightsaber
and then extends out.
Awesome.
One of the things that you would know about like Devenia and most cities is you can't just go walking around with like weapons in cities. So this could be a way to like get away with that. Is like, oh no, it's just a hilt of a sword. What this particular farmer would need that for, or maybe they just bought it off of a merchant on the way. You never really know, but because they're not there anymore. But it is a kind of handy way to hide having a full weapon if you need it. It's nothing special other than the fact that it's a hidden sword.
Cool.
And she would tell Eldon, she'd be like, hey, say this word.
Like, skibbity.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet. And she's like,
Skibbity is now canon. Skibbity.
And you only have yourself to
You
blame
have to
for
say
that
the
one.
whole song.
It's all right.
I didn't even know there was a whole song.
Skibbity,
to it.
what, I don't know it really.
In the middle of the battle, please hold. Skibbity.
You have to do the face too.
See, I have one kid that's way too old for it, and one kid that's way too young, so I have no idea about Skibbity toilet. I don't know.
Keep it that way.
Ohio Riz or any of these things.
Theratrix has been very quiet as well, and has been kind of like just holding his wings close to him since the day. The day. The one thing that you both just notice as you go, as you're continuing walking, however you're keeping it hidden, there's just kind of this, when there's silence, there's a constant whisper in the back of your mind. Just always there.
Can we make out what it... Is it words, or is it more just
Yeah, it's just whispering. And it's not multiple voices, it's just one. There's no echo or anything. It's just like and it's very faint. But when you came closer to the wrapped up goop that you threw outside, it was a little louder. Not enough that you could even make out. It's a language that you feel you don't understand. But very similar to when you were fighting Shabazz and her cultists. It just kind of brings you back to it's from that space. Whatever that plane is that you've never been to and don't want to go to. This is clearly from the same, cut from the same cloth, as they say. But again, it's a quiet night, save for the beginnings of rain. It's going to make for a very unpleasant travel day tomorrow, but you also feel like you don't have time to really wait.
Is everyone in the wagon not getting rained on while Eldon's out there just like soaked?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I get the impression, or it feels like everybody is a little bit quieter than usual, just generally speaking, since everything that happened with Maury. There's a variety of feelings, betrayal. These were people that you got to know, and it's not something that you can just move past as if it didn't happen. You traveled with them for a long time, kind of going back over things in your mind, what you could have done differently, where people went, even if you don't want to be thinking about them sometimes, like, where did Fernilly go? I wonder where she went, and where did Desdeer go, and Droppel snuck away.
Bitch.
And like kind of thinking back even to Zix, and he was part of it. Does that change Kai's thoughts on what happened? Did Zix have like a bit of an innocence to him, or maybe a perceived innocence, or there's just kind of a lot of things that you kind of go back through and think about as you traveled with these people. On the fourth day, with the rain in the background there, making your travel not so pleasant, you only have a day or so left. There is a moment where Theratrix, who's been walking kind of next to your cart as you go, you catch a hesitation in his movement. He just kind of stops for a moment, and his eyes widen, and he looks at you, Eldon. There's that kind of natural slowdown of the cart when something like that happens, everybody stopping to look. It's a cover. You had like this covering on it so that you could protect yourselves. So all the rest are in the cart. Theratrix is staring at you for a moment, as if trying to decide if he was going to speak or not. He comes around in front of the cart, in front of like the horse, who has gotten used to him at this point, and is looking up at you from in front of the horse. And it's hard to read. It's like one of those moments where you really, really miss when you used to be able to share how each other were feeling, as he's just looking at you very intently. And the rain is, hitting the kind of flatness of his head and running down his neck. And he says, Aprana has begun their advancement on Eporian land.
Byrathorn told you this?
Yes. They have begun fighting near the Tri-Spires.
There's nothing that we can do about it right now. We can't leave them.
No. Pyrothorn has been working with Zuruk to help evacuate Eporians from Dahim and the surrounding Edipodia region.
When this is over, we'll join them.
He does not move when you say that. He just kind of looks at you. No nod, no words. He just tilts his head slightly and then begins walking alongside the cart.
I do want to go now, but we can't.
He stops again and then turns to look at you. I understand. I am not judging your decision.
Thank you.
And he keeps going, kind of like actually takes a moment to leap ahead a bit and then to go into the trees along the side of the road that you're walking along. Kind of be alone-ish ahead of you.
Eldon's gonna drink and drive. He's gonna reach into his pack and take one of those fruit crushes, I think he said.
Yeah.
Starts going to get the
Yep.
first DUI of the group.
Yep. He's gonna start sipping on it. Field sobriety test, yep.
Step out of the carriage.
It's a long day of wet and quiet. And Ayla is also surprisingly quiet. She continues looking at the trinkets, going over them, the ones from Takeo. Likely struggling also with the thought of, someone who knows or knew that their mission was to remove you as an obstacle, and yet also felt the need to respect your legacy in that way. This night is a little more tough. There are no homes to rest within, and instead you have to make camp on the side of the road. Let's see. The rain begins to kind of fade. So luckily you do not end up with an entire night of complete wet ground. Although Ayla has her dome that she is able to conjure up for the evening. How about another perception check, this time from Iolite?
It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Another night of quiet. It's one of those nights of quiet as you hear all the dripping of the rain from the leaves up ahead and onto the top of this dome, where you had some nights like this, stretches of nights and days in the meadows where nothing would happen and you just got more nervous of when something would finally happen. Mm-hmm. But on this particular evening, again, there is nothing that comes by and lingers for too long or seems like it's going to come up from the ground.
Are we sleeping in the cart and the dome? Or on the dome?
Well, the dome is up, so it's kind of whatever you just choose to do.
Is that the one that Ayla does?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Here and there, the tingling happened while you were on your way. Just, you couldn't see necessarily where there would have been rot patches, but Eldon and Kai would have felt it.
Would Eldon have slept in one of those two places?
He probably would have tried to sleep separate from everybody, I suppose.
With their tricks outside?
Probably by the cart or in the cart, if that's...
Yeah.
If Theretrix can climb into the back of the cart.
Yeah. His presence as well, kind of. If any little annoying thing were to come by, it's there's a dragon in here. It's small, but it's helpful.
I love the idea of a pack of wolves just trotting by and like they smell, and then his head just comes out.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr,"
Yep.
and just run away. It's like how everybody always feels safer when you're walking down the street with a big dog on a leash.
Scary dog privilege.
Yeah.
Scary dog privilege.
Dragon privilege.
You, the following day then, everything seems a little bit brighter and more lively, having gotten a good drink the day before. And as you are gathering up all of your things and heading northward again, you, it only takes a couple of hours. I'm going to say Theratrix actually is going to take an opportunity to try to get Eldon to like ride on his back at some point while someone else leads the cart. And he doesn't take off into the sky, but kind of like ahead of everybody else as you're going. And you, even though you don't feel him anymore inside, you can still feel there's almost like a tenseness in his body as he's walking ahead. He's very quiet at first. And then out of nowhere, you're waiting for it and you know it's coming, but his voice comes. Eldon, I've been thinking. How would you feel if you were to find out that you are not the voice of the World Dragon?
Well, my first thought would probably be sort of a sense of relief in a way. It's a heavy burden, I suppose, whatever the voice of the World Dragon is supposed to be. Also, disappointment, but also failure isn't the word. But I don't know.
His body has shifted from when you said relief, there was a relaxing, and then when you said like failure, a tensing up again, there's all like you can feel his muscles reacting to every word that you say. And he is moving quickly up ahead of the cart. There's an intention in his movements.
Why do you ask?
He doesn't say anything for probably a good 2 long minutes as he's moving quickly
It's a
away.
long time.
King of that
The
pregnant
rest-
pause, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
a very long time.
That's like asking like Julie, what's wrong? And just 2 minutes of straight
2 minutes.
silence.
But he's walking along. The rest of you in the cart see Eldon and Theratrix go up ahead. It's not necessarily. You're like, hey, don't go too far. You know, like it's not shocking or anything. But he gets you far away from everyone else, and then he stops suddenly. And he tilts his body so that you can slide off of him. And he stands in front of you. And when he does, you can see him trying to sit in a way that is a combination of like regal and like a leader, but there's a bit of a lack of confidence somewhere behind it all as he looks down at you from his tall, long neck, kind of,
Gotten so big.
yeah, looking down at you. And he says, I need to show you something. And when he does, he opens up his wings, and in the area where you know he had been hit, there is nothing there. And he's just kind of staring at your face as he shows you his lack of a wound.
Eldon will run his good hand over that spot and then wrap his arm around his neck and just kind of like pull himself in.
He leans down, does like his best he can with like his kind of claw wings, bat-like wyvern wings to embrace you a bit, and then pulls back. Zurich and yourself, you are not the voice of the world dragon. You are echoes that will fade. You will fade with time, and Pyrothorn and myself, we will continue as the voice. I prayed to Vascan Veterix as Pyrothorn instructed me. And he cured me of this God-wrought disease. And when I asked for you to be cured as well, I got no reply.
Okay. Well, you and Pyrothorn being the true voices, it makes sense. Me and Zurok, our lives seem long to us. But I know that compared to you, it's very short.
Without you and without Zurich, we would not be here.
And without you, and without Pyrothorn, Zurich and I would not be here.
I am angry with Vascan Veterix.
Don't be. One way or another, I will die. I am not concerned with that. I'm just concerned with how. If I can make a difference, I can take that. Do I want to become... And he'll think on that, like, poor giant that's like half melted in goo. That I do not want to become.
Pyrothorn says that we are dragons. And that this is our fate. He says we are not Eporians. We are not Apranans. We are not Devenians. We are the voice of the world dragon, and dragons are dragons. This is difficult for me to understand. He seems very clear.
He's also very old. And he's wise, no doubt. You're not Divenian, you're not a Porian, you're not a Pranan. But you are good. And you know what is fair, and you know what is just, and you know what is right. To me, that's far more important.
He has been teaching me about the history, and it is very complicated.
It always is. It has to be. When you live as short and die as quickly as we do. We don't have the luxury of looking as far ahead as you and Pyrothorn. Everything is now, everything is a struggle. You have to build while you can. The problem is everybody wants to do the same. And not everybody can win.
I am still angry with Vascan Veterix. I do not believe that it is fair to require someone to spend all of their life, their mortal life, to bring you from your god prison, and then to abandon them. But Pyrothorn says that this is what makes a dragon. And mortals different.
Pyrothorn and certainly Vascan Veterix, I would assume. They see us like ants or game pieces. But you know better. I know you do. If there's one thing that I could pray for, is that as you get bigger, as you get older, you remember that. Like that night that we spent on the rooftop, and I told you, every lantern, every lamp in those windows, it's all a life. Every single one. It's not just me, or Iolite, or Kai, Ayla, Kethra. We're all a life. We all have hopes, dreams, and wishes, fears. Just remember that. Just because people live shorter lives than you, it doesn't make them worth less.
You are the echo of the world dragon. For as long as you speak, the voice will carry.
I'll try not to die too soon then.
He nuzzles up against your face. I have not wanted to tell the others, especially Ayla. I think it is best if she continues to believe you are the voice and give you that respect.
And profit. She tends to do that. It'll stay between us.
I hope that the relief that you feel is such that you will feel free to do what you want.
That remains to be seen. Sounds like there's a war on. And who knows where I'll be needed. But now, in this moment, I'm needed here. My friends.
Pyrothorn says Zuruk did not take this news well.
I wouldn't expect him to. He seems the hard-headed type. But
They are no longer speaking.
oh,
He feels betrayed.
he shouldn't. But I hope they speak soon.
I do as well. You see the cart starting to come around the bend. The rest of you looking and seeing Thyrotrix? Thyrothorax?
Sounds like a Thyrothorax? Does sound like a dragon name. You can just slap together syllables with an X in there somewhere and it sounds dragony.
Thyrotrix said Eldon, like talking to one another in the middle of the road.
Kethra stick her head out and go, "Are we interrupting you?"
No, we are completed with our conversation.
I really have to teach you sarcasm, Theratrix. She's gonna stick her head back in.
She does.
Promise me one thing. That if things go truly south, really bad, do everything you can to save my friends. But as you said before, don't let yourself die. This world needs Theratrix.
I don't believe Pyrothorn would accept if I allowed myself to die on behalf of mortals. He would be very angry.
Wow.
Okay.
So I won't.
Have to find this Pyrothorn motherfucker.
Seriously.
Which one of us is his father? To go on Maury and everything.
You are not the father.
He moves ahead of the rest of the group, leaving you there to be picked up by your crew.
You are not the father. And like Theratrix does like that classic run where they're like, no! And like, the camera guy's chasing Theratrix.
As you kind of round that bend and come across Theratrix, who moves.
Oh my god.
Just everything's going wrong. Is that,
As you round the bend
is it
and
sensing
pick up.
smoke or is it?
No, that's the test that it does once a month.
Just happened to be right now.
Yeah, just now. Yeah. They pick you up, Eldon, into the cart. Whoever's driving, you see.
Who's driving?
Me. You don't
I'm
earn
driving.
it.
Iolite, you'd see the.
She sits with him a lot, so I feel like if he's not driving, she'll drive.
You'd see the change in demeanor. Theratrix kind of taking off a little bit ahead as you go. Kethra and Kai, perception checks, please.
Bastard, too close.
19.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys both seeing everything.
Yeah, you both hear it before you see it. a sound of rushing water. And between the two of you, kind of looking out the sides of this carriage as Iolite and now Eldon back up the front drive it along, you have a moment where you both are looking outside to the left, and there's a familiarity that strikes both of you at the same time, and you kind of look at each other, make eye contact, and it's one of those like, stop the car, you know, like you stop.
Stop the car.
Not too much energy, enthusiasm from Kai, but you stop, and then just the two of you, hand in hand even, go off of this path and into the greenery, pushing aside the flowers, the shrubs, as you move forward and get closer and closer to the sound of this rushing water. You break out of this forest and find yourself in a very, very small opening. The sun's shining down, and in front of you is a waterfall. It's not huge. It's you can't see beyond it, but it comes down from this cliff that's probably 60 or so feet up above, but covered in green foliage. Like not that you can like see up above and behind it, but just like water is cascading down, and in front of it is.
I have no idea what that was.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that.
Ripple, maybe?
Oh.
I was like, because I was like, being a band or like something got bubble guts or something. I was like, it wasn't me. I didn't fart.
It was like a wine.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
my
it was
dog.
a weird little thing, and it almost kind of sounded like someone ripped very gently.
I assumed it was like a tummy note, like some.
I thought
you know
someone
what
was like,
mean?
I was like, I'm not getting bubble guts. I swear it's not me.
But you see this waterfall, and in front of it is a smooth, large stone that kind of sits in front of this like pool that's there. And as the two of you are standing there looking at it, looking around even, you both immediately recognize this from Kai's vision. When Dagon and Loris met in this spot, however many hundreds of years ago, and Loris stayed with him until he fell asleep, and your vision that had shifted to that of the Raven Queen watching the two of them. You kind of look over and can see the spot where she would have stood, and you know that this is a spot that Dagon of the Dawn's Light was in long ago. Similar enough, hundreds of years will change a space, but not one that people don't mess with, really.
Look familiar, Kai?
It's like I've been here before.
Ditto.
It's familiar yet different.
Time will do that.
But I have never been here.
Have you, though? Something you always seem to avoid about visions. Who says you're not really there?
When I saw that last vision of Dagon before his end, maybe the visions are more than just memories.
Just figuring that out, honey?
I never claimed I was a quick study.
It's okay. I'm not usually either.
Why don't you make both of you make investigation check?
You 7.
22.
as you're talking and taking in the space, you walk over to the stone where Dagon had sat and Loris had sat in the shade of the canopy. And you can't help but notice a little glint of something at the base of the stone, and you kneel down, begin moving away moss and dirt, and find there 3 small, kind of rectangular-ish gold chips. Not quite coins, but as you clean them off and turn them in the light, you can see that stamped on them is, or into them really, is strength in kin, strength in crown. And it's 2 on one side, and on the other side it's 2 crowns over 2 suns. And having studied in the royal court, you know that this is actually an old currency from Droesia, which is what Cassia and Callia were. More technically, what Callia was, the one to the east, before the split of the brothers, where Cassia took off to the west and Callia continued to expand as far eastward as they could. When they were a conjoined family that was building their space, it was called Droesia. And these 3 coins are from that time period, which is at least 600 plus years in the past.
These coins, I think they were Dagon's.
I was gonna say they looked old as dirt, but that's better assumption.
From a time before there was a Callia and Cassia.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Guy will kind of rub them in between his fingers and then stick them in his pocket.
You know exactly where we need to go, right?
Not exactly, but I think as we get closer, things will be more familiar.
When that starts to happen, let me know, okay?
You'll be the first.
Possibly might be able to make it easier for us to get there.
I definitely won't fight you on that.
I didn't really want to bring it up because I don't really want to get there any earlier because I'm just in fucking denial that I'm going back to this shithole that I call a home. But anyway, I might be able to get us there.
What do you need?
Honestly, just a big fucking tree I've seen.
A big tree.
I told you not to laugh at me.
Honestly, on this strange trip we've had, that's the least strange thing I think any of us have asked for.
That's probably the least strange thing I've ever said.
That too.
But I'm learning you're going to laugh at me when I say this stuff, so there we go. Because in your vision, the one that I shared with you and the ones that I have in the past, even if I've seen one through that, I think I can do it.
So you're saying you can go to a place that you've seen?
Yeah. It's kind of new.
What do you need from me?
A big ass tree here and a big ass tree there. And it has to be something big enough for all of us to fit through. The only problem is Theratrix. Eldon's really gonna be pissed at me. I might have to turn him into a mouse or something to fit him through. Like, I don't know. He's gonna really hate me for that, but it is what it is.
I think time is of the essence.
So, do it and ask forgiveness later?
I guess I am rubbing off on you.
So it seems.
Kethra,
What?
thank you
For what?
for being who you are.
What?
Just thank you.
You're welcome.
We should get the others.
Yeah, we probably should. But honestly, don't tell Eldon or Theratrix, because I kind of really want to see Eldon kind of shit a brick, to be honest.
As you wish.
I have to fuck with him. It's all out of love. If I don't fuck with you, I don't like you.
Well, you definitely like me, don't you?
I'm not. I'm gonna say it. I fuck with you and I fucked you, so of course I like you.
It's good to hear it.
You both, when you gather your crew, as this is a good enough spot as any to stop your journey for the day. You get the after like chatting amongst yourselves, the possibility of, if you sleep next to Kai and focus your seer's sight while he's dreaming, then, well, it's a good enough theory to see if you
works.
can see other visions and like join him in that dream world, because every night there are the dreams that the Raven Queen has shown, whether you wanted to see them or not. From the first one she showed you of Loris and herself, when she asked Loris to do her the favor, and whatever place they were, to, you know, when Dagon fell, or when he was fighting alongside Loris, those cycle through. Because whenever you try to look at the Raven Queen, you still just can't do it. So that night, putting your theory to the test and sleeping beside Kai with like the intent and doing your tapping into your seer's sight, you can join him through the dreamscape to see all of the locations where Kai / Dagon have been. Where they are exactly, you're not sure. But at the very least, if you needed to make a hasty escape or jump from one place to another, there are trees in many of those visions. If you allow yourself to step aside while Dagon continues on his journey and take in all of the space.
Got a little dream stowaway now.
And as the final day breaks, before you end up in the no-name town, the hamlet, that is where we will take a break. The next day comes, and to the north you head. Having shared in the dreamscape of Malachi Morningstar. I always want to say Malachi Morningstar the Third because I'm like getting the two names.
It
but-
does sound like you should be more.
Yeah,
the
it does
third.
sound like it's like a royal.
He was definitely the first because they were not planning on there being a boy.
Right.
Surprise!
Anything anyone does that morning? You continue on.
I was gonna say Eldon's just kind of staying away from everybody the way he has been.
Kai and Eldon today, 3 days later, 4 days later, 5 days later, you notice that looks a little worse than it did. Your respective wounds, not crazy, but just that paranoia of always looking at something and it never changes until it does.
It was like dime sized or something.
Yeah, probably, and now likely that look of when like black veins start to like come out, reaching out from under the skin. The whisper in the back of the mind. It's not overtaking your dreams, but it's there the moment you wake up. Heading through the forest and following as Ayla comes over to show you the map and where you are, this village is right there. So it doesn't take you long to come to this open field and see in front of you this hamlet that has been surrounded by a wall of stone and wood. There appears to be like a guard of some sort at the front gate, but it more of a local person who has like taken up arms and has like a sword and some old leathers as you approach. But you being travelers, there is no, the gate's wide open. It's more to protect them from monsters, vampires, undead. And you walk right in with your cart. What would Theratrix be doing in this scenario? Staying back, hiding in the cart, or...
If he did, nobody else could be in there.
Yeah.
He'll probably stay just on the outskirts.
Okay.
Eldon would like, if anything happens, he'll just stay in that mental contact with him.
All right. So you enter this town. And it's pretty busy for a little hamlet. But there's nothing overly unique about this place, except for, off in the distance, there's behind it, the forest continues. And they had told you that particular town is like, there's an entrance to caverns or Loris's territory, basically, like in this area. So as you come into the town, there are folks just kind of wandering around, nothing too super interesting. What would you like to do in this little hamlet?
Probably the first thing maybe to see if there's like an inn or a meeting house, just to kind of get a lay of the land to see if there's like groups of people coming in and out of the common areas. Something to try and get a feel for the village hamlet.
So, very, very tiny. This would be more of like what Kethra you would be used to seeing. There is, there's no inn. There's no place where you would accept outsiders to come stay. But there is a meeting house area, a place where folks can go and have a drink or relax together. There is also, so there's like a town square or a little village square. There's one meeting house that has open air seating as well. And then there is one of those temples that you can go to, anybody can go to worship whatever you'd like. You do see a couple of folks that are in that temple area that appear to be like praying in some fashion and speaking with one another, but you can like set up alongside this town meeting house, and heading in, there's only a couple of folks in there. A human, we'll say like barkeep of sorts, or just somebody who's like cleaning tables and also can like get drinks for you. But because it's not really like for sale, they just kind of share with each other. But this human, she looks like 30s-ish, blonde hair, kind of like a tanned skin. She turns to look at all of the newcomers and just says, "Oh, welcome. Take a seat if you have anything you'd like. We've got some local ales and some old wine."
I'll take a wine.
Take one of the ales, please.
All right. I'll bring a pitcher and a bottle. And she comes over after you settle down, places down the drinks with some mugs and cups. Says, "If you need anything, I'm Adelina. What brings you to our little hamlet here?"
Really just passing through. Quaint little town you have here.
That it is. We're pretty self-sustaining out here. But if you need anything in particular, I can do my best to help.
We'll keep that in mind.
I'm gonna keep decorating. She turns and she's putting up various flowers and decorations. Kai, what are the official colors that the crown requires people to use when there's a mourning of some kind? MOURN.
So normally, like, the colors of Divenia are black, red, and purple. So the color of mourning wouldn't be any of those. It would probably be a blue.
You notice, and you did notice when you were coming in, that there was a kind of like blue color palette around the village. Banners, flags, flowers, little things that had been strung up around the area, and a variety of blues, dark blues, light blues, just blue in general, which makes sense being out here in like the middle of nowhere. Maybe there's a more regal specific color blue that you have to use when you're in the city, but this far out, if there was some kind of decree, people would just do the best they can with what they have. But what you notice as she's saying, oh, she's going to continue decorating, is that she is kind of layered with the blues. She is hanging up other colors. What would be those colors if there is a celebration to be had in Divenia?
Celebration in Divenia would probably be reds and yellows.
And that is what she is hanging up alongside the blue.
Blue, red, and yellow. That sounds familiar to you.
Kind of like a goldish yellow, or doing the best she can with golds and yellows and reds. And there's like decorations being strung up in this area. And even as you look outside and you notice other people have put up reds, yellows, and then the blues are across.
Are you celebrating a mourning?
She turns to look at you, kind of tilts her head a little bit. She says, "Oh, you haven't heard?" Well, I guess welcome home if you're just getting back. Unfortunately, the Prince of Divenia died, and so the Queen decreed that the month of memories was to be a month of memory of him, and so everyone had to hang up all the blues in mourning for Prince Morningstar.
A whole month, you say?
Yes, the entire month. And just a couple of days ago...
excessive. You know, like, he says to Kethra, like, over in the corner.
Seems excessive. Eldon.
She says, and we just got word a couple of days ago that the princess, the queen-to-be, has accepted, I suppose, a request for betrothal.
Drinking here from Kethra. Sorry.
So she is to be married, and we are all to celebrate. It's my understanding she will be marrying the Prince of Aprana.
Aprana.
Allegedly.
So it appears Divenia has made a choice on which side of the war they're going to fight on.
The war. I don't know anything about any wars, but Divenia will be coordinating with Aprana. It doesn't affect us out here. We just need to make sure that the colors are just so, in case the Violet Legion comes through checking.
Do they come this far often?
Not often, but we had heard a story of one of our neighboring villages getting an impromptu visit and a hefty fine for not having the proper colors displayed. In celebration, of course.
Luckily, it was only a fine.
Yeah. So be careful with the colors you display. Reds and yellows in celebration. At the end of the month, the blues will go away. I'm not sure if we'll be expected to do this every memories, but...
Only time will tell, as they say.
Indeed. So, congratulations to the princess. She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit.
Catherine's gonna whisper to Eldon, "That sounds pretentious as fuck."
A little bit.
Okay, good.
But for those of you not from here, the queen retains her power until such time that she decides to hand it over to Miss Mallory Morningstar. So who she marries is really of no importance.
Just to make sure more morning stars keep coming.
Yeah. Praise be to us.
To the crown.
To the crown. I'm going to go make sure that these carnations are up on the wall. Let me know if you get through that bottle and need another one.
Guy takes a big, long swig.
When he puts it down, Eldon's going to take it off the table and take a big, long swig right after.
Kai, you would know from possibly even having met this person, maybe, that the Apranan, so Aprana is ruled by two queens, a dwarf and an elf. And it's unclear through magic how they have had children, but they have. And their son is named Yorsimar Nui Thuria. And don't have to write that down. Half dwarf, half elf. And he's just kind of there.
Just a guy.
He's just there.
Just a dude.
They have a daughter as well. But you saw more of your Samar. But he wasn't anything incredible to speak of. Even like when she said the son of the Apranans, or the prince, basically, it's like you have to go through your mind of what does his face even look like. He just never really stood out. But if this is true, it definitely is an interesting turn of events, given Theratrix's proclamation that Eporia and Prana have begun the physical part of engaging with one another.
Apparently a lot has happened since I left.
Seems to be. So is this someone you would enjoy for a brother-in-law?
He is unremarkable.
That was a really nice way of saying something that you should have said, but I get it. Very diplomatic about you, Kai.
The husbands in my family very rarely are anything more than political alliances. Most of the males are on the Morning Star side as well.
I understand. Marriages are political.
But
The same in my cult.
we're here about the other side of my family.
Yep.
I don't know how we'll find where we need to go. But going forward, I have to be honest. Because I don't know how much time I have left. And he's gonna roll up his sleeve and show the veins. But before I leave here, I have to find Loris.
Then let's find him. I was able to see into your dreams last night.
See anything that might help us?
I saw quite a bit of trees. Wasn't really paying attention to your story as much as for places for us to come through.
Do you think you know where he is?
Would she have gotten an idea of where he is from that? From her vision, his dreams?
Dagon, so kind of putting the two together, Dagon died. You're not sure, given the last time that Loris is shown, it is a good deduction that that would have been the last time that Dagon saw Loris specifically. Going to the time where Loris and the Raven Queen met, they definitely met in like a field that you're not sure where that was, but I'm gonna say make a perception check inside of this as you're kind of like talking amongst yourselves, looking outside at the village.
would be a 23. 22.
Okay.
Sorry.
Remembering the meeting between Loris and the Raven Queen, more specifically, and just kind of thinking of it, you find yourself looking out the window at this area and looking up at the kind of mountainous area behind and at all of the trees in this space, and there is definitely a familiarity of this spot right here. And thinking back to the trouble is that when the Raven Queen and Loris met is not clear exactly. It was definitely before Rebecca got pregnant, so it was more than 20 years ago. But she and her husband were trying, so it couldn't have been 50 years ago. But kind of putting two and two together, sitting, you start to notice some similarities between where this hamlet is and that field that they met in 2 decades plus ago. And as you're kind of putting that together, you hear a like boisterous, loud, these chickens start like rushing into the space that you're in. You just hear all the clucking and everything, and Adelina comes over and is like, shoo, shoo, and then you see this like big belly, like one of those guys who's got like the big belly, and he's kind of like he looks like a mixture probably between a dwarf and a human.
You described my Uncle Stephen, but yes.
He's got like a bald head, and he's got like a little like goatee thing with the, it's like he's dressed in clothing as if he were a royal in a much larger city. It's like too tight, and the buttons are straining against his belly, and he's got this like bow tie on, and there's stripes and all kinds of colors. And he comes in as Adelina is shooing out these chickens, and he's like stepping over with his like pointy toed shoes with little heels, and he's like, oh, and she says, get out. And there's this like weird combination of loud talking as he comes in, and he's like, oh, Adelina. And she said, oh, welcome in, Sedhoof, welcome in, come on in, are you here for your ale? And yes, I am. Of course. And he looks over and sees that there are new people, and new individuals in our hamlet, even more. And Adelina says, yep, even some returning home. And she gestures over to Kai, whose accent she obviously picked up on. And Sedhoof comes over and like sits down at your table. There's like a dust that flies up in the air from the seat that he chooses, and he brushes it off. Welcome to our hamlet. Even more visitors. We're very popular recently.
More people coming through than normal.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Adelina. He gets his mug of very pale ale and takes a sip. Yes, we've got even a new priest that has come through preaching out there in the temple, and random folks that have been coming through recently. I might be over-exaggerating. It's just really you and the priest. But this is more than we've seen in the past couple of years. What brings you to our little trade? Things you want to sell?
Really just passing through, hoping to meet some old family.
Oh. Well, I know everyone in town. What are their names?
You ever heard of anyone named Loris?
Well, he looks over at Adelina, who kind of like has looked over her shoulder and then continues putting up the flowers. He leans in to you all. It's not really a name we like to say very loudly around here, if you catch my drift. He might hear it. Cause him a little more trouble. Keep it low.
So he doesn't like attention.
We don't really like to invite our neighbors into our homes, if we can avoid it. He takes a sip. We made a deal with him long ago. We protect the entrance to his place, and he leaves us alone. As long as we stay within our village walls when the suns go down. It's a very good arrangement.
Seems to be working out for you.
Yes. Old friend of yours. He's looking you up and down, looking at everybody.
Kethra secretly got her little dagger in her hand, just waiting for him to fuck around until she can find out.
I would really like to speak with them.
Well, that makes one of us. Takes a sip. I can't really help you there. We know where the entrance is, but it's sealed.
That's all we need.
If you just point us in the right direction,
That
I'm
I
sure
can
we
do.
can manage.
You would have to, because I don't know anyone in this town that would go with you. Just saying.
So, you said Loris has honored your arrangement?
Thus far. This is not to say that people have not tested him now and again. Roaming outside when the lights are dim.
And what has happened to them?
Well, we never hear from them again, and we assume that they are off adventuring, leading happy lives, perhaps in Aurorhas or somewhere, Cambridge. Took a boat somewhere.
Is that a euphemism? Is that a euphemism?
No, we hold a celebration for everyone. Say good luck to you. Fill in the blank name. We're sure that they are off living the good life.
This one's pulling my leg. This one's fucking with me. I kind of like it.
You know, like lean over to Kethra. When I was a little boy, I had a pet mouse. And my parents told me that he went to a farm on the other side of the mountains.
But it died, right?
I think this is one of them kind of situations.
Yeah, I think... I'm just making sure I'm reading it right.
I think you are.
Fuck yes, I'm learning.
She's all fucking... little Kethra in the background. Fuck yes. Yeah. Yeah, pauses, freezes.
Freeze frame.
I did it!
Just takes another sip. Yes, well, if you head out of the village hamlet through the back gate that leads towards the mountain range there, you can't miss it. We guard the area. No one will stop you. There is you'll find a carving of a weapon of some kind, a sword. Sheds no shadow, even in the sun's light.
Carving of a sword that leaves no shadow.
That's what I said. And just beyond that is the rock face, and solid. We can assume that there's an entrance there, but never seen it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You are not from here, so we will not need to hold a celebration in your honor.
No, you will not.
I'm really happy about that.
It's expensive. As much as we enjoy the celebrations when they do happen, it's just we didn't budget for it.
Wow. Money over people.
It's one of
That's
those guys.
shitty of you.
Welcome to Devenia.
I couldn't have said it better to myself. Although you have an accent to Venian yourself.
You could say that.
And I did. Another sip.
Cat's gonna go look at you guys like, this one is annoying the fuck out of me.
He twirls his little mustache with one hand. Adelina, I'll have another one.
And Catherine's going, please let that button pop. Please let that button just right across the fucking room.
When it's gonna hit somebody in the forehead, it's gonna JFK him. Back up into the left.
JFK
Yeah, up into the left, right?
Fucking A. Jesus. Up into the left.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh my god.
Adelina comes over with an ale, and then she also has 5 red carnations for each of you, and she just kind of like places them either in your hand, or we'll say for Kai, she comes over and she like puts it into your jacket very nicely. She places the others in your hands, but she says just so that you have the proper color. You can add a little gold. She waves her fingers, and whatever her mundane magic that she can do, she adds this like gold filigree kind of accent to the petals.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Of course, we're Devenian.
Thanks.
Enjoy your drinks. And said Huff, he grabs his second ale, stands up. I'm going to take this one for the road, but wonderful meeting you all.
Perhaps we'll see each other again.
Yeah, sure. Enjoy our village. He steps out. You can hear him yell to some other person down the street.
What a pompous ass.
Generally, figureheads of places can be like that.
It kind of almost makes me miss my cult because assholes were just assholes. They weren't pompous.
He likes to pretend that he's the mayor, but we don't have one. He makes decisions sometimes, and we just let him do it.
You can kind of tell because his seams are screaming.
They are.
I'm guessing you don't have many tailors here, do you?
We do, but it's his wife, and she doesn't like him very much.
I cannot imagine why.
That's the only explanation I have.
I like his wife already.
You're welcome to stay. But as he said, straight out along this main road, there's really only one direction to go here.
what time of day is it?
It's like morning, mid-morning.
Well, I think we should rest here for a bit, but best way to make sure that Loris is home is to approach before sunset.
Just don't want to do too much traveling outside the walls at night. That's all.
That's why I think it's better to go before sunset.
Just don't want to get caught outside while knocking on the door is all.
Sounded dirty. Prove that message. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very,
Very nice, Eldon.
Nice. As you finish up your drinks, kind of resting before your next trek, Eldon and Kai, make a perception check, but this is not with your eyes or your nose. This is a feeling.
14.
14 also.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Twinsies.
As you're kind of gazing outside, there's like this big window with an awning that leads out into some space for outdoor seating right on the other side of this wall that you're sitting on. So you have a very good view of this small hamlet. People are walking by, yelling to each other. The Devenian colors and like architecture that reminds you of home is very much here. The not so bright, like Caribbean style of Yamari Island, you're back to more of the like medieval dark browns and stone colors. As you're standing there finishing your drinks, both of you, Eldon and Kai, at the same time feel that tingle. And the whisper in the back of your mind gets a little bit louder as you watch an individual exit from the temple area and start walking down the street with a couple of other folks that are following them. And looking at this person, they're wearing just like brown robes, nothing too spectacular, and they're speaking to these two folks who are talking to them like very animatedly. It looks like possibly a like a cat folk who's wearing the robes, and then like a human, maybe a half elf who are talking to them, and they're just sauntering down the street. But as they are like passing closer to you, it's like it's louder in the back of your mind.
Is there any reaction from them?
No reaction from them. No. As they walk and then kind of stop in the street with other folks coming and talking to them.
There's something about that preacher.
What do you mean?
He's gonna look at his arm. Something about them.
What do you mean?
I can't explain it.
I might. I didn't want to say anything until I processed it myself. I thought it was just a dream, but it wasn't. It was Yuri. Yuri took me home and showed me what home was now. Home has been taken over by that. And it absorbs each individual person eventually. You're hearing Moander. Are you hearing voices? Because I heard whispers coming from it.
Something that I can't make out. Something's in the back of my mind. And that preacher is connected.
Can you sense other people who have it?
I don't know for sure.
That preacher that just passed, correct? I'll be right back. She's gonna follow behind them. She's not gonna let herself be known, but she's gonna follow behind and try to see if she recognizes them.
Okay. Make a stealth check as you exit the little town meeting hut and walk over.
18.
Okay. It's a hamlet, so there's not a lot of folks, but you're able to, and they'd kind of stopped in the road a little bit further up, so you're able to just kind of saunter around, lean up against a pole, look at your non-existent watch, then walk a little closer, and then lean up against
It's a sundial.
yeah.
Little.
Lean up against the wall, have Nyx come over, and you pretend to like pet like this stray cat that just came over to you. And as you go over and take a look at this catfolk, very mundanely dressed. It's got like, it's almost like a caricature of a priest in a way. There's like a hood, and it's like a scratchy looking brown robe that extends all the way down to the feet. You can see that this particular catfolk, because there's always a variety, has more of like a feline feet as well, and you can see just the semblance of a little tail. It's this like gray tabby cat looking catfolk with large ears with little tufts of white at the end. You do not recognize this person, but as you are staring at them, you notice inside of their ear this little, almost like when you see one of those snake whisperers with the flutes, and the snake is kind of undulating back and forth slowly, there is a little black vine, very small, probably 3 inches, but because they're taller than these folks, it doesn't seem like they notice, and it's inside of their ear, just moving very slowly back and forth with little blackened leaves, 2 of them sticking out of the sides, just hidden behind the tufts of fur that grow inside of the ears of this cat folk. And they're just talking, the little cat smile coming up every once in a while, and they're just having conversation with these people.
She's getting as close as she can to try to overhear what he's saying.
Another stealth check.
4.
Do you have your thing?
Yeah, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Watch this be worse, though. You know what? You got me a 2, so you're going in the little chair. 16.
Okay. You start moving forward and trip over Nyx a little bit, and you see the small group that are chatting. They go to look at you, but then Nyx darts out to get their attention away from you, and they follow the cat, and there's a little chuckle.
And you'll hear her go, "Good save, buddy." Between her and
Nyx
Nyx,
running
in her
around.
head, "Good save, buddy."
And you get a little bit closer, and as you do, you get more of this conversation of you kind of catch some key phrases, I would say, more than anything else, of prayers, in a sense. They're evangelizing to these people about the all things must rot eventually, but there is, in that decay, you'll find truth. You'll find rebirth, which is very similar to, in a lot of ways, Iara, and how that the largest of the siblings is about chaos and rebirth and destruction. And so it's nothing crazy that they're saying, but they say in Moander's name, and then specifically say, your wounds may fester and the strength may seep from your bones, but you are giving to Moander in that way. And there's at least these 2 individuals, there's a nod. Okay. It's very gentle, the conversation that is being had at the moment. And then this individual says, "Come, we can go back to the temple, and if you're interested, I can share more of the truth." And one of them, the 2 individuals, they look at each other, and one of them is I think it's lunchtime. And then the other one says, "Yeah, I'd like to learn more." And they put their arm around them and just kind of turn back around. You can they look in your direction, but just casually, and then head back towards that temple where they had been, that just general temple that anybody can use for whatever purpose. In this case, it's not a crazy big building. It's a small stone and wood small house that has been converted to a place where people can worship whomever they feel they would like to. They disappear into the home.
While Kethra's waiting, you see her going like this, putting the produced flame out in her hand. Because she just wants to throw it at him. She's like, "Son of a bitch." All right. Here we go. Nyx, we're going to have to... Me and you, we got to go do some shit, buddy. And she's going to... Let's go.
She going into the temple?
Of course she is.
Okay. All right. Kethra heads off, following the 2 into the temple.
And she's going to send a little message to Iolite. Iolite, don't follow me. Don't come find me. Don't come find me. Promise me.
Will you tell me where you are?
No.
Well, I can't promise you that.
I need you to.
Now I really want to follow you.
I have to do this. I need you to trust me.
Please, and just so I know kind of where you are.
I'm still in the hamlet.
Where?
That's all I can give you.
I promise I won't come if you tell me where you are.
I'm following the priest into the temple.
As you say that and you're walking into the temple, you see...
And she would leave Nyx outside.
Okay.
Because she wouldn't bring him in with her.
You head into the temple. It's got kind of... The door had been closed behind them, so I guess that would be the first question, is are you going in through the door, or how are you entering this temple as you walk up to that?
She's going to open the doors and walk right in like she owns the damn place.
Okay.
She's too pissed to give a shit right now.
All right. You open the door, and you see the scene in front of you is door open. It's a small building. It's probably the size of this space that we have. Like, what would that be? Like 19 feet by, 10 feet. In front of you is this like small altar dais type thing, 1 or 2 steps. There are seats, but not like a big bench. It's like individual seats. There are just not that many folks here. And in front is the cat folk who is standing up facing you. The individual, we'll say like half elf person, is down on the ground kneeling in front of them, and the cat folk, I keep wanting to say Katari or Tabaxi, I'm going to keep it generic, has their face like in both of their hands, and you can see this, there's like a link from their mouth of this like vine that is glistening black and pulsing and going from their mouth into the mouth of the other individual. And as you're watching that, you can almost see this like large
It's like
bulge.
Like the cartoon, like the fire hose, how the water would travel
Yeah.
like a bulge.
Yes, but just one that has like moved its way and has gone into the mouth of the person. And as you walk in, the catfolk looks up and then makes like eye contact with you. And because you have walked in, what are you doing when you see this?
She's going to try not to gag first, because that's fucking nasty.
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing? What is this?
They can't talk with their mouths full.
Yeah.
He's like, quit gagging on his tongue and fucking speak.
Gross. Nasty.
When you come in and you say, what is this? What is going on? You see them, like they kind of cast the body of this person aside, who's like just gagging and retching on the floor.
Naturally, I can imagine. Gross.
And
Got like human centipede in my mind for a minute. I was like, ah!
Oh, if you
Someone
put
brought that up to me at work the other day.
I looked at you so disappointed. I'm like,
Brought it up to
my
work.
idea.
Dee Dee brought it up to work with me this week, and I was like, why did you do that? I spent months getting that out of my brain. Now it's back.
Iolite goes, Kethra, it's been 5 minutes. Are you good?
She goes, as of right now, yes.
And immediately after you say that, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as this devoted priest of some sort swings their hand, and out of
17.
there comes this swarm of spores in this like wind funnel that just jettison in your direction. That was a 17. You are enveloped by this spore wind, and it makes it very difficult to see, but you are not poisoned. You are going to take 15 points of poison damage as these spores, like, you start choking on these on this spore wind, and this individual is going to dash in your direction and like slam the door shut behind you to keep they are within melee range, standing right next to you.
All right.
What are you doing?
All right. Just gonna fucking go big or go home. Just gonna wild shape into the earth elemental right in the middle of the fucking place.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
not trapped in there with him.
They're trapped in there
in
with
there.
me. They're trapped in here with me.
So, with that, you transform, pulling rocks from deep within the earth into your body, becoming this earth elemental. I would say, given where you are and like the doorway, and this being a very small space,
I'm just taking out the roof, aren't I?
not so much the roof, but definitely the wall and the door. It just like busts open, and now it is this like.
Ayla, you know where I am now.
What?
You're gonna hear. Well, I think you know where I am now.
Would she be able to like hear that?
There is a
Ruckus?
crack. The wall goes like busting open. There's screams from people who like suddenly it's like an earthquake, almost a mini earthquake in the space. You all look out the window and can see probably like 50, 60 feet away is like that temple. Further back in it's like there's a main road, and then you have to walk down a little bit to get to this like little temple house. The walls open.
Eldon's just gonna grab his ale and just like, just in like 3 or 4, just not like hurriedly, just like kill the rest.
And since
Put it
I left
down.
Nyx outside, you're just gonna see Nyx running at the speed of light, being like, "Uppies, Iolite, uppies, uppies."
I like the idea of like where Kai is sitting, so everyone can see behind him and see the crumbling, and he just hears it and goes, "I think that's our cue."
Are you
We found our girl.
taking any attack, or what is it? Does it cost you your action to become an earth elemental, or?
It's my bonus action, so I still have an action.
Okay, so you like smash open the wall of this small temple, and you can take your attack if you'd like, or not.
Who's closest?
So you're standing right next to the priest. You're within like melee range of the priest. They're standing right in front of you.
She's gonna think to herself and go, "This is gonna turn into my trademark." Grab him and fucking slam him into the fucking ground repeatedly.
Multi-attack, so go ahead and make your attack there.
I was just asking Pat, can you meld into the rock? Like, you can like, what happened? Do you roll? I'm just making conversation while you're rolling. What happens if she were to grapple and then meld into the stone? Could you crush him like
mechanically,
a grape? Could you crush him like a grape?
you let go.
Let's see, like if you held on to
17?
his
Unless
head,
you want me to be able to do that to you.
hold on to his head and meld into the
17?
stone and just.
That hits.
All right, 17. And I'm still. I can't even. I need fucking glasses. All right, 2. What does that say? 2d8 plus 5.
2d8 plus 5.
Glasses.
I think you have multi-attack, right?
Yes.
With that? Okay.
3 and 3
Ooh, I did not mean to do that.
plus 5, so that is 11.
All right, 11.
8 plus 8, 18. 8, 9, 16. Thank you. I can't.
That
math
hits as well.
Mathing is hard. And 8 points.
All right.
13. Sorry.
I do love all of our reactions to that. Is so picture perfect movie wise. Like you grab the cat, like you're talking to her, like where are you? Where are you?
Like,
Nyx comes running up, and then you,
That's right.
and you're like,
It's
oh.
like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Elton's just
Little
looking
paws over
past
her
your
shoulders,
shoulder with
like,
that like dead look in his face. Just like,
Which
The nuz,
know
the
where
nuzzle,
this is going.
the headbutt's
And
like,
then you just
oh
like, I
shit.
think I know where our girl is.
And she's like, if Nyx could talk to you right now, he'd be like, this is why you guys don't let her leave.
And Ayla, of course, would have something to say. It's like, oh, no, not again.
Yeah, hold her compact,
Fucking
magical mirror
Kethra.
compact, and fluffing her hair like, let's go.
I can hear Ayla now. Fucking Kethra.
Yeah.
Looks like the show's about to
Valid,
start.
Ayla, valid.
So we are going to have one more round between Kethra and the cultist before everybody else would come in, because you are doing your thing over there. This was like surprise, but this So this individual, this cat folk, they like you slam and slam again. Their body is uniquely composed at this point. That's the best way I can describe it. Is
I don't know why that caught me off guard.
as you like hit them, instead of blood coming out of their mouth, you can see like this black rot that is like coming out as they cough. They are going to
Never learn the germ pocket. It's disgusting. Coughing right in my face. Nasty.
They are going to do. First of all, there's they reach out and grab onto you as this elemental, and you see more of this like black rot that is extending out from like cuts in their hands, just any piece. That is an 18 to hit.
By 1. Yes.
You take 11 points of poison damage. I don't know why I roll when it's like, this is what your average is going to be, and it is. 11 points of poison damage, and then it is going to, also looking at you, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you see like underneath it, like from its feet, these dark roots begin digging into the ground and then come up underneath the earth elemental to wrap around the legs, but also trying to enter in through any cracks that it possibly can.
17.
Okay. You are able to like push off and seal those cracks, so whatever these black tendrils are that are trying to get in, they just cannot make their way in. It is your turn.
How many are close to me now?
It's just the one. So there's the one. So there's the one priest, and then there was the one guy that he connected with and deposited something into their stomach through their mouth. But that person is over on the side, not moving.
Nasty. So it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, not moving at the moment.
She's most likely gonna grab the priest, and since there's no fucking door anymore, and just fucking hump his ass out of the fucking, just
Okay.
throw his ass as far as she can out.
All right, so that would be, I'll say just do a regular one of your multi-attacks, just one, because you won't be able to do two if you throw them, but...
10.
Okay. You grab onto the
And he's probably
priest.
slimy, and he slipped. Oh,
Well,
gross.
he holds on, is what he does. Like there's like roots down in the ground, rotted. The smell is even in your elemental form, like it's there, and it's kind of like wrapped around your arm as you tried to throw it. You can. Well, I'm gonna say that was like a different throw attack. Next up would be Ayla. I'm going to keep it simple. Ayla's going to turn. She's going to do her bless, and she's going to bless Kethra. I don't know how many people. We'll just say she blesses all of you except herself. And then she stays back and is like, you have at it. In her, I can't do that accent. And then we've got Eldon.
Oh, like I said, after Eldon kills that drunk, he's gonna just stand up.
Right, there's that drunk. I'm like, who are you
I thought you
killing
said
in
you
the
killed a drunk too. I was like,
Sorry, I might have.
I'll just slaughter this drunk in here real quick.
I'm gonna just.
Just gonna put that new hilt up against the head and say them.
I do
Skibbity.
have. I do want to do that. I want to put it up underneath somebody's chin, but then I have to say.
Wolverine.
Then I have to say skibbity.
Skibbity.
Hey, you
Any
made
last
it that work.
words?
The last words you ever
Skibbity.
hear is
Skibbity.
Come here, come here. And as they lean forward, you just whisper,
Valor skibbity. So yeah, he's gonna start running in that direction, and he'll unsling his bow, and then can I see them? Like how far away?
Yeah, you can see them. So you could run halfway there,
Okay.
and the next.
And then
unit,
he'll start firing.
Okay.
So, and then I will take a couple shots with my bow at this creepy crawly that's currently like locked up with
Yeah, it's like a cat that is now it looks like black, wet. It's getting matted with some kind of like slick, oily substance, and it's wrapped around the arm of the earth elemental. The people are screaming.
As he's running, he's also going to call to Theratrix,
Okay.
who's on the edge of town. So I know it'll probably be a round or two before he gets there, but he
Okay.
does it. All right.
Archer's probably like, what the fuck did Kethra do now?
That's a nat 20 off the bat.
Right, okay.
Nice. Okay. It's too bad that I don't have Theratrix here to do all my stuff. Arrow. This. I don't have him to juice up any of my stuff. That sucks.
You can always use your mark.
Yeah, I already made that.
No, but that happens after the hit. No, hunter's mark, favored foe. That works after.
I'll hit him with the favored foe also in the
Okay.
middle. It just gives me an extra d6.
2, because it's a crit.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I roll all this. Hold on. And another one for the arrow. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So that is 8, 10, 19, 20, 21, 26 plus 8.
Okay. 34.
Thank you. That's going to take me a bit to get to. It's 34.
Alright.
Nothing magical about it. No fire or anything like that. And then I will shoot him again. Holy shit! This thing is.
That dice is hot. You keep that
Yeah.
separate. That does not go back into
This
do
is
the
the one
other
that usually
one.
fucks
Yeah, it's like,
me.
don't let it touch another one. As usual, you might jump off it.
Favorite fall only works once, so I don't get that.
So what does that look like as two arrows go sliding out of that bow?
It's the shots themselves aren't remarkable, but if this was a movie, it would all be right on Eldon's face and like that.
No, this was a movie. You pulled out both arrows at the same time.
Yeah, it's a Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like, I lost. I'm not supposed to lose. He is full of anger because of that spot that's on him, and if this thing's connected, then he just wants it to die.
Okay.
So.
The closer, I will say, as you got closer to that tingling, it almost like you felt it almost like spread a little bit further
Don't like that.
as you got a little closer to the creature, and that whispering, almost trying to. It's not at the point where it's stopping you from doing anything, but there's a bit of you that is like hesitant to be doing what you're doing right now.
Well, two nat 20s. I don't know. It's 24 points.
Okay.
24 points of damage.
All right.
Man, I wish I knew that was coming. I would have fucking used all different fucking magic shit.
Anything else?
Makes you feel
Position.
any
As
better.
a-
I didn't know it was
as
coming
a-
either. Does that make you feel any better? This is a last minute choice.
As a bonus action, I'll hit it with Hunter's Keeper's Eye. That's
Okay.
Hunter's mark.
Iolite, you're up.
Yeah, sorry.
How is this individual like looking?
They're looking like they can take some more and be like they're fighting very strongly in this moment. Yeah.
That's two nat 20s.
Iolite's gonna say, "Sending him back up," and she's gonna cast Summon Elemental, and there's another Earth Elemental there.
Okay.
You can hear, thank you.
And it's gonna high five her elemental,
Up top.
Okay.
and it makes a really loud noise when they do that.
It's like a loud crash.
Rock girls for rock girls. Yeah.
All right.
Come up with a secret handshake later.
Does that go on its own initiative?
rock.
Two elementals doing this.
I like
at the
the
same
rocks just
spot
meld
as
into
me,
each
but
other and
after.
shake.
Okay, gotcha.
Takes a turn.
All right.
So does that mean it attacks now?
If you're done, then it can go. You're just kind of getting. Are you getting closer? Like running up to be within like close range?
I'm not trying to be close. I'm as far as I can be while
Okay.
controlling the elemental, I would
Nick
say.
says thank you.
All right.
While holding Nyx and controlling the elemental with the other hand.
All right. So we're gonna go with what's your stat? It's +8 to hit or +5?
+8.
+8, and then the damage is +5. So you can roll a d20 +8. Highlight.
Sorry. I thought you were talking to...
Oh no, you. So she's got the stats, so you can roll to attack.
sorry.
No,
Okay.
you're good.
I share.
Oh, okay. So it's taking its turn
Multi
now?
attack. Yep.
So you do
Okay.
2d8 +5.
Okay.
And it's +8 to hit.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were just
You can
talking
roll
to Julia,
both.
not me. While I
Oh
was
no,
reading
you're
this.
good. You can roll
Roll
both
both.
to hit if you're gonna do multi attack. Yeah.
You said it's +8?
Yes.
22? 14?
Yep. Both hit.
All right.
So 2 earth elementals pop up in the middle of this hamlet.
What is the
2d8 +5.
2d8 +5. The first one is 15.
Okay.
And the second is 7 + 6 + 5.
18.
18.
Okay. So in this hamlet now, there's 2 earth elementals that are pummeling into this cat folk slime individual.
I see him as the physical embodiment of a cat furball. That's what I'm seeing right now. The physical embodiment of a furball. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Kai, you are up.
Come on, guy, fuck him up.
Are we close enough to get in within melee, or?
It's about 60 feet away, so Eldon made it halfway. You have 35 feet? You'd
Yeah,
have to
35.
dash to
Okay,
get
so
that
then
close.
I'll take my 35 to get within 30 feet. Hexblade's curse the cat folk.
The furball.
And you said we were blessed, right?
Yes, you're blessed.
So, yeah, don't forget, guys, blessed extra
D4.
D4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
pull
totally.
that.
I forgot that too.
So
I did
he's
too, and I put
gonna
that right there.
Eldridge Blast. If I remember how to do math. So that's 15 to hit.
That hits.
It's one of these. So 3 + 4 is 7, + 4, 11 points of force damage.
All right.
And second one is, that's ugly.
Well, that must not have been good.
13 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that does
take it.
hit. They're wearing robes and like not
Like the
very.
broadside
Oh,
of the
that's.
barn.
I want to take it, but it's just a little bit cocked. It's cocked.
Is
No,
it?
because look, if I shake it, see, it was on
From
the-
this angle,
I know.
I only saw 10.
I wanted to take
I was gonna
it.
say I wasn't trying to
So-
bullshit. That's all I saw.
So that's another 10 points of force damage, and third beam.
Okay.
Why'd you have to hurt my feelings?
That's 16 to hit.
Yep.
All right, that's a 10. All right, so that's 18 points.
Okay.
Enjoying it.
All right. You like slam. You can see it's mostly like it's doing like a cat hiss at the elemental that is holding on to it.
There you go. That's better. I should have known to just let you do it.
I actually skipped its turn, so it is going to go now. It is doing it's going to turn its face to in the direction of where Kai, Eldon, where the two of you are within 30 feet, give or take. Can't quite reach. Hold on. Let me triple check this. Nope, it can. It can reach everybody with this particular pallid routing that it is going to do. It is, again, the roots that come down out of the ground and then shoot up underneath all of you. I need Constitution saving throws from everybody.
D4, everyone.
D4.
D4.
And I'm gonna do. Ayla's fine. She like
Oh, wait.
dances out of the way.
9, my con. I'm using the elemental because I'm the elemental.
Oh no.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
not the
yes,
elemental. The elemental's the elemental.
All right,
Damn.
so 9 plus 5 plus 1.
Eldon's going to use one of the charms
15?
on his Hydra
Yeah,
bracelet.
15.
Okay.
So that was
15.
15.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
17.
Okay.
I'm using my inspired action because I'm really freaked out and grossed out.
Okay.
No, if
That's gonna inspire me.
I have that bracelet with the charms. That gives me a plus
I
3
probably.
to-
Oh no, I take the higher one, right? Of the 2 rolls, if I do inspired.
the
Inspired
advantage.
is just a reroll.
Oh, so do I have to take the second one?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, you're re-rolling your.
Oh.
Well, did you already roll?
I rolled and then I said I'm gonna use my inspired action, and then I rolled again.
Damn.
But
Is that a
this-
nat one?
It was a 1 the second time.
Okay. Also the elemental.
Oh. He's not blessed, I don't think.
No, he's not blessed, sadly.
1, 6, so
Plus 5.
plus 5. 8.
Okay. Iolite and your elemental.
I'm giving these back to you.
Everybody else, these roots come out of the ground, like wrap around. You're able to like kick them off. Iolite, like focusing on this elemental in front of you, both of you, you are poisoned. You don't take any damage at this moment, but you are poisoned. And it's going to do its 1 attack left on, which is the Cultivator's Touch, against the elemental that has it, Kethra. That is an 18 again to hit. And you're going to take 11 points of poison damage.
Condition immunities. Poisoned as an elemental, earth elemental.
Okay.
Also, mine can't be poisoned either. Right?
Yes. We're condition immunities to exhaustion, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, and unconscious.
Okay. So you
Just
take
me.
the poison damage, but you are not poisoned. So 11 points of poison damage. You are not poisoned, so this next part does not apply. That is the end of its turn. We are at the bottom where it is Kethra. It's your turn.
All right. Big multi-attack. Don't give me that look. He's giving me that look like, oh no, she's thinking something fucked up. He's giving me, and I'm like, maybe a little.
Nope, just
No,
excited to see
yeah.
what happens.
For the first attack, she's gonna reach around and grab him like this and just fucking squeeze to try to just squeeze the shit out of him. And then next, she's just gonna stick her fucking hand right through his guts.
Okay.
So let's roll for the first one, see if it actually happens.
You can roll for both if you want.
Okay, well, that was a 2. And that was a 4, so I don't think any of it actually happens.
Okay.
Don't forget. Bless.
You're blessed.
1, so 5.
But plus 8.
3,
8.
and
Plus
what was
8,
it?
plus 8 for each, so 3.
11.
And
The
then,
first one misses, but the next one will
and then
hit.
14, yeah. Okay.
So the first one, you go to like squeeze, it kind of slips out a little bit, and then you try to
Again,
like
that
punch
slime
into
factory.
it, into its body.
And to the attack strike. Whoa.
No, just for
those
the attack
rolls.
roll
Yeah.
and saving throws.
Alright, so 10 plus 5, 15.
15 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Now it's just basically like, hey, its guts are just basically
And-
on her forearm. He's just like a hole.
With like holding on to and seeing like it's holding you, you can see that everybody who can see, whatever insides this individual had in their prior life have all been replaced with rotted masses of plant and meat matter. It's all blackened, like their entire insides are no longer the healthy pinks and reds that we all are used to seeing. All right, top of the round. I mean, we have Ayla. I'm gonna give, she's gonna kind of hang off to the side and dodge. Next is Eldon.
Yeah, he'll do what he did before. Same thing.
Well, now it's hanging up for you.
Nice, there you go.
It's just kind of like chilling on her forearm.
Better time. I'm gonna miss both shots this time. Watch.
You just bounce off the stone.
Okay, I have Hunter's Mark up, so that'll give me the extra 6 if I need it. 13 plus 12
And that hits.
for the... I'm just using regular, the broadhead arrows for the extra d6, unless otherwise...
Sorry.
That's why I'm rolling,
God, mints make my burps severely
the extra
weird.
d6 for the Hunter's Mark. So that's 9 plus 8. Was it 17 points for the
17.
first? Now I'm going to try to use a spark arrow.
Okay.
Let's see. Please work. 18 plus 12 to hit. It has to make a con save of 14.
That's a natural 1.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
So it'll take 10, 13 plus 8, 21. 21 points of damage, and it is stunned for 1 minute.
Okay.
Stunned while it's dangling.
Yeah, at the end of each of its turns, it can try to break free
Okay.
from it.
All right. Are you moving? Are you staying 30 feet away?
Yeah, I'll stay
All right.
where I am. I mean, they seem like they have it covered with these elementals.
That is its turn. At the end of its turn, it rolls a natural 19 plus to get out of the stun. So it
God damn
kind
it,
of
that
shakes
was
it
fucking
off.
pointless.
Well, it doesn't get to go.
it
It
went
was
right
at the
at-
end of its turn. So it doesn't get to go because that's the end of its turn.
it went right after me.
Yeah. I skipped it by accident last time. Iolite, you are poisoned. Okay.
All right. While poisoned, she's going to go into her starry form, but also cast bark skin, and it's going to look really cool because it's going to be like her starry form, but then it's going to be like iced over, kind of. So she looks like a crystal with like stars inside of it.
Oh, very nice.
Swirling. It's really cool in there. She's poisoned, but she looks
She's
great.
got a lot of beautiful flash to her.
Yeah.
Too. Ooh.
She's got a little sweaty brow, but she's
Like as it happens, it's almost like a bunch of little meteors like start swarming around her.
So
and then
cool.
they cling to her.
Yeah.
I mean, comets
is like,
comets are made mostly. Comets mostly are made of
Oh,
ice.
is he hanging
so
on
that
to you?
works.
He's still there. He's still chilling. Like,
It's a little
wow.
cold. It's a little cold. And the starry form is Archer, so she gets to take a shot.
Yep.
And that's plus 8 to 8. Oh, still blessed, right?
Blessed, yeah.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
2d8 plus 4. 15 points of radiant damage.
All right, 15 points. Okay. It's it like kind of does that like cat hack a little bit as like more of whatever's inside of it starts coming out. But it's
We heard
hanging
that
on.
at 3 o'clock this morning. I'm very well aware
It's
of
not
that.
standing on the carpet. Hopefully it's standing on the hardwood. That's easier to
Never.
clean.
They are never standing on
They're
the
always
hardwood.
going to
They're on
scooch
your
over the
bed.
carpet. Always.
It is always on
I
a
start
soft,
on hardwood floor, but
absorbent
I
material.
must
Or the carpet.
yak on the carpet.
At the end of your turn, you are able to try to end the poison.
Okay. Did I take damage for the poison?
Not yet.
I don't know why I would just ask, like, to try to remind you to give me damage.
No, you're poisoned, so it means that like things that you do have a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
which I believe would include the saving throw.
Good.
Let me triple check.
Oh, well, oops, I didn't roll my... Oh, that's good. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, I'm just rolling a... What kind of saving throw?
Let me just triple check.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay, so it's just the two,
So not saving throw?
not saving throws.
Okay. Okay. And I'm still blessed. What kind of saving throw is this?
It is a Constitution.
Okay. I'm going to use my wheel ability to add a d6 to this also.
Okay.
Can I add enough things to that? Okay. What's my con? +2. With all that, it's still only 10. So many
It was
dice.
a valiant try.
Threw everything
You
at that.
are going to take 21 points of piercing damage. As this is from the pallid rooting, so the roots have all wrapped around, and they kind of pierce into your skin. You take 21 points of piercing damage, and you are restrained
Oh.
as it wraps and tightens you in place. Next up is Kai.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna get within melee. So as he runs past Eldon and begins to move, he like steps up, and as he does, a strange crackle of energy happens around him, and all of a sudden he is engulfed in a dark purple light, almost like kind of like when they were in the underground where the eldritch blast like came out of him all around, only it's not completely coming out of him as he's bonus action casting Tasha's otherworldly guise. So now his entire frame almost has like a shimmer as spectral wings come behind him as he flies in, and I'm going to use the lower planes.
Okay.
So he will pull out Bloodletter's Shadow and attempt to strike the preacher.
Okay.
It's 19 plus stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna hit.
So let's say D10.
As Kai is doing that, in your elemental face, this cat folk is like spitting and hissing and saying things like, "May your gardens wither, may your bones rot and decay in the name of Moander." It's just like spitting things at.
She's gotta look him right in the face and just scream in elemental in his face.
Oh, my elemental didn't go.
It's like,
Oh, whoops!
you
Yeah.
can talk about my bones and you can try to infect my friends, but don't you dare talk about my fucking garden. You leave my garden out of this.
Leave my garden out of this, you fuckwad. What are you
My
doing?
cukes, my zooks, my tomatoes. Leave them out.
Potatoes, my taters. Like, what are you doing?
Second attack is 20 plus stuff.
It's almost enough.
I think I missed your damage from the first one, if you rolled it.
I don't remember what that was. I want to say it was 4 plus 5 plus 4. So 13.
13,
Yeah, that
okay.
sounds right.
All right.
And that is plus 5 plus 4 would be 16 points of damage. Are these by chance considered undead?
No. But it doesn't matter because you may describe the death blow of this priest being held.
So as he has the shimmer moment of the wings coming down, and as it's yelling to Kethra, all that, and Kethra, and he's just gonna say, "Tell Moend we'll be seeing them soon." And he's just gonna cleave them like completely in half, so like the part that is like being held
Just like
up.
this
and
part's
just-
still here and the rest.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like slide.
What's
apart.
that? Remember the show? Was it Blade Masters or whatever? With the guy who's like, "This blade, it will kill."
Yes.
Remember that?
Yep.
They'd always cut apart the hanging
Yeah.
pig
Yes.
carcasses. It's exactly how I imagine you do it, and then the fucking rest of it falls.
Is that other person that was getting
Forge
their like
Masters, yeah. This blade?
the French
will
kissing from
kill.
hell?
Will
People call it like tongue in the devil, baby. Basically, they still alive.
So as you cleave this individual in half and like all the black innards like sploosh down onto the ground, the roots that had been wrapping around everyone, they sink or like basically like slouch over. It gets quiet in the space except for like one person down the street who's just like screaming their head off. And you look over, and this half-elf individual, probably like a 20-something-year-old young man, is just coughing, like can't breathe, basically like aspirating in this moment, just on the ground, just clawing at their like throat. And whatever you did, it was like an interruption of something that had happened, so they're not doing well over on the side there.
She's gonna drop the elemental form and walk over. You're not doing well.
Yeah, they can't, they're just like, they can't talk, they're just writhing on the ground.
She's like, "You're not doing well, are you?" She's gonna be like, she's gonna kneel down. "You're a dumb motherfucker. You know that, right?" And then, because she's a fucking savage, she doesn't want to leave anybody behind, she is going to cast polymorph on them. And,
Okay.
And turn them into a fucking mouse.
Okay.
And then step on them.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck that just was.
So technically,
I thought you were gonna heal him. I don't know what I was thinking.
That was same. I was like, all right, we'll put him in a
You're
little...
already infected. What she knows is they're already like above the table. She knows he's already infected, probably. We don't need any of this to spread any farther than it already has. You were willing to do this. You made your choice.
So technically, the way polymorph would work is if you step on him, then you turn back into a person again.
Which is fine.
But
Which is fine.
we'll-
She'd be fine with that. She'd be like, "And now you're stupid." And she'd be like, "And did you fear for your life? Good." Because if that's how it goes, she's fine with that too.
I love the idea that you polymorph him into a mouse, you step on him to kill him, he comes right back, and then you're just like, huh, all right. And you just keep going. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah, just
Come
ball-
back because he's dead? Like, would he die and then come back dead?
No,
Or-
no.
Oh, it's like the
Polymorph,
stalker
like
is
it's
back.
just like
Yeah, when
like
they're-
you kill the form, but then it comes back.
It's like a-
with,
it's like a wild- it's like a wild
ways.
shape,
Yeah,
right?
it's like wild
Yeah,
shape.
kind of. Yeah.
I just like the idea. You're just like, all right, well, I guess this is what we're doing. And you just kill him by stomping on him.
She's like, "All right, okay." She's like, "I don't really do this one much. So I don't know how this one works."
And then
And she's like, "I'm confused."
That didn't work how I wanted it to.
Heather's like, "I'm confused." Oh well.
I tried
So
to make
he's
it quick. I'm
choking
sorry.
on the ground. There
quickest
are
thing I could think
village
of.
people who are like,
She's like, "That's the best I had, guys."
I could come up with.
there are village folk who are like running over to the scene. Again, in Eleothis, high level magic is not common. So when such a thing happens, it makes waves. What happens to your earth elemental? Does it go away? Can you dismiss it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'll double check, but I believe
Is
so.
she still covered with the roots? Because if
All
she
the
is...
roots dropped.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
going to say. Started cutting her out.
You're still not feeling great for like another 40 seconds or so, but you're not taking any damage from those roots. But people are like rushing over, and somebody yells out the name of the kid that's in this temple with you. So just to level set, are you killing this kid?
No, I'm
He's
really
not
not gonna
gonna
kill him.
he's
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
fight
kill him.
back.
I'm
He's
just fucking
on the
around. I really
ground.
wouldn't kill him. I wouldn't do that.
He's on the ground like,
You were not fucking around when you said you turned him into a mouse.
Stop.
The only reason you're fucking around now is because that didn't work. We all know you.
Kethra's like,
We all know
oh, that
Kethra.
didn't work.
That was just Kethra's. Like, it was a joke. I was joking.
It was,
Everyone's looking now. I better stop.
him, I will.
I'm just confirming. It's
Just
totally
an
up to you guys.
observation.
But yeah, the town starts like gathering around in this area. Sedhuff comes over, the man in the too tight clothes, and is like, "What happened here?" You know, demanding answers. Adelina comes over. Another individual. Like folks are just gathering around this space. Somebody runs over and is like trying to help this kid. And you hear someone yelling like Lida, Lida, as they're like trying, but he's choking. He's dying, right? He's dying right here in front of you.
And Kethra's still close to him.
She's as close as close as you want to be.
She's like, I really should have killed you. And she'll just cast cure healing word on him.
You cast healing word. That's not touch, right? So you're kind of close by, and
Yeah.
you know, you see the glow come, but that's not the problem.
She goes, I tried.
He's choking on something that is like, as you're all watching there, whoever his loved one is that's with him is like crying as you see this black thing that is inside of the throat, like a bulge that's just kind of like spreads out along the throat.
I tried. He should have just stayed squished after I stepped on him.
You're not going to want to touch any of this black stuff.
Um,
I'm assuming there's a fair amount of it from...
Oh yeah, there's black all like at the body of the cat person that's being taken over by it. You're feeling this tingliness in your arm. You also kind of, Kai and Eldon, feel in the back of your mind like a bit of an anger, not your own, directed at you. That is just tingling in the back there. That you have done something you were not supposed to do. And as that boy in the temple, like, just stops moving, his, like, loved one is just kind of crying over him, and Sedhuff looks at you all and it says, I think it would be best if you moved along.
You're not going to ask any questions on what the fuck was going on here in the first place?
We have gotten this far without asking too many questions.
Well, obviously, you're not going to get much fucking farther if you don't listen to what we're about to tell you. This black, gooey shit everywhere turned him into that.
He turns and looks at another individual who's in this town, and he says, if anything, this is exactly what I was warning everyone about. We shouldn't be allowing strangers. And then, like, Adelina is like, let's not get started with it. They start, like, kind of fighting amongst themselves.
He goes, don't try to blame other people for your lack of noticing the shit that's going on.
They're all, like, fighting with each other. And he's like, we should not let any strangers... Move along, move along. You got what you needed here.
You're welcome. As Kai walks away.
Yeah, and he goes, bah, as the people dressed like that do. Bah.
Kethra walks by and flicks the button.
My wife will be devastated.
He's like, we both know you're going to have a hole to the end of time, buddy.
Just get down on his knees and, like, find that button. And as you gather up your stuff and head out the whole town, trying to, like, figure out what happened with their little temple, Adelina is at the back of the group there and just kind of watching you go, just arms crossed, but not, like, with an attitude. She's just like, this was a day.
As they go, Eldon's going to turn to her.
Ttrpg, then the last thing they see is, like,
The
the
dragon.
dragon down, because it didn't take that long for you to clear this thing out.
Yeah,
Like,
he was on the outside, but now as we're leaving town, he just kind of like...
Then there's a collective, like, ah! As everybody looks and sees Eldon step on him. And
Eldon will climb on his back and he'll look down at, what was her name?
Adelina.
Adelina. Don't touch any of the black. Burn everything you can. Don't let it spread.
Good luck, strangers.
My best advice is if it has infected anybody, kill them. Good luck.
She just tilts her head and then turns to go back to this group that's dealing with this devastation that has just happened in their little town.
They're not gonna make it a week.
Nope. She goes, I was really expecting all you guys to be super pissed at me.
We're not mad. We're just disappointed
That you didn't invite us.
that you didn't warn us. You gotta tell us when you do something like that so we can.
I didn't fully expect for that to happen, but when I opened the doors to the church and you didn't see what I saw.
Like, whoa.
She's like,
Kethra's
I saw a
gagging.
big, nasty black tongue from that priest going down the throat of that dude, infecting him with whatever that was. Moander's bullshit.
The
No
seed
kissing strangers.
of Moander.
Gross.
She's like, so fucking nasty. She's like, really
Just-
wish he just stayed.
Just warn us next time.
Yeah. And I really gotta remember how my spells work too. That was unfortunate.
New. You know, it's
It was
new.
unfortunate. When I stepped on him and he turned into a whole person again, I was kind of pissed. Sorry, though.
Well, you'll know better for next time.
Yeah. And I make no promises. I'll do my best to let you know, but I make no promises.
That's all we ask.
I did kind of know, and I was gonna say something, but then we saw the building kind of explode, so that was sort of like I was totally gonna say something like really soon, but then
It's all right. I kind of rushed it a little bit.
yeah, it all happened really fast.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed off. Yeah. Like, really pissed off.
Oh, I know.
And as it doesn't take long, just outside the village, towards the mountain range, you do come across, exactly as described, a stone carving of a rapier, like set in stone, but up, facing towards or as if it has been driven down into the stone, but just a little bit. And behind it is this stone wall. And even though the suns are clearly casting their rays down into this open clearing, there is no shadow from this carving, this stone carving in this space.
If Kai were to go up and touch it, is it like corporeal? Like it's not an illusion?
It's real. Yeah.
And is the overall shape like the original shape of Bloodletter's shadow?
It is.
Kai's gonna make Bloodletter's shadow in that original form of the rapier and have it kind of match.
Mm-hmm.
Its name is Bloodletter's shadow. And he's going to try and cut his hand with Bloodletter's shadow and try and touch the stone sword with the blood.
Okay. You cut your hand, allowing some of the blood and like smear it on the stone blade of what you can only guess is Bloodletter, or a carving of it. And once you do so, you see actually the shadow of your sword, Bloodletter shadow, almost turn into like a mist that blends with the blood that you have given, and then lines up nearly perfectly, and then extends out this shadow that grows and grows until it crawls up the side of the stone, parting any kind of green growth that has covered this space. And when it does, you hear this this grinding as the stone pushes itself to the side. And right in front of you, you're peering into a dark tunnel that it's very difficult to see into being out in the light, but will fit all of you, including Theratrix.
Well, let's see if anyone's home. Kai will walk from the light into the darkness.
And that is where we will end the session.
Ah.